What if I told you that your body language is talking before you say a word? And when you don't manage your nervous system, it comes out in your body language. Your body exposes what your mouth is trying to hide. So sometimes people say something and you're like, hold on. Your body gestures, your hand gestures, your facial gestures are not matching what's actually coming out of your mouth. And I know we can all agree that we've witnessed that before. What I want you to get immediately is this: powerful executive presence. And I'll use the word executive because I work with a lot of executives, but whether you're an executive or not, this is for you. Body language is body language is body language. And even though people around you may not be a body language expert, that has nothing to do with it. We subconsciously read gestures. For example, if you see someone smile across the room, that's a welcoming gesture, correct? If someone looks at you and looks away, that's a non-welcoming gesture, and you will no longer walk towards them, correct? Great. You read body language. So let's get into these habits so you know what you need to shift. Habit number 1, over nodding. This one is huge, especially among high-achieving younger professionals. And I'm going to say it, people, come from me in the comments. I don't care, but it's true, and I'm here to support you. A lot of females do this as well. And I work with female leaders, and you really need to stop it overall. Some people nod while the other person is speaking almost nonstop, right? Stop it. And here's what happens psychologically as people watch this. It starts looking like you're approval seeking, like you're always seeking approval. It makes it look like you're overly agreeing with what's being said. It's like you're accommodating your nervousness by over nodding. No, I want you to slow it down. I want you to be intentional with your nods. No more bobblehead. That's what I call it. Stop the over nodding. You also look, outside of overly agreeable, you look like you're passive and you're not really sure on what decisions you want to be, or be that yes person to everyone. You do not need to physically validate every sentence someone says. Let me tell you something most people don't want to hear. If you're distracted, it's not because you lack focus. It's because you've actually never trained for it. The difference between people who consistently hit their goals and people who stay distracted, stuck, or frustrated is not talent. It's not intelligence, and it's not motivation. It's this: they are willing to manage their distractions. They have a plan for their distractions. And when their habitual distractions show up, like doom scrolling, they do something different. That's it. They don't ask, how do I never get distracted? They ask this key question that I'm also asking you to consider. What will I do when distraction shows up? That one question alone changes everything. Because the moment distraction appears is the moment discipline is actually built. Not when things are easy, not when you're motivated, and not when you are in the zone. Here's when discipline is truly built. Discipline is built when you want to stop, when you want to check your phone, when you want to respond to that notification, and when you want to literally do anything else but choose to stay. Now, let's talk about practicing when the stakes are low, because that's what matters. It's not about when the stakes are high. It's practicing when the stakes are low, because this is where most people mess it up. They try to practice focusing only when the deadline is big. It's now, the pressure is high, or that moment or that occasion or setting or situation really matters. And that's counterintuitive. It's literally like trying to build a lot of muscle while you're performing in a bodybuilding competition. It can't be done. High performers practice before the high pressure moment. And my friends, so should you. This is truly how it works. They practice when they should be working. They practice when a notification goes off. They practice when no one would know if they checked it. They practice when the stakes feel small. They practice when nobody is watching. And here's what they say, and I asked you to consider saying as well. Not right now. They shut it down. That moment right there is the prep and practice for you to become a distraction-free badass. You want to make sure that you're practicing in these moments that may not mean a lot, but truly are the moments that build your self-discipline and your new habits. This is how you train yourself to become a distraction-free badass in real life, not theory. We're going to walk through a few steps. Step number 1 is this: pick one focus window. So not your whole day, not your entire week, not even a month. Pick one 20 to 30 minute window where you will complete one thing. That's it. One task for 20 to 30 minutes that has one clear outcome. No multitasking, no bouncing from this and a little bit of this to a little bit of that. It's not about grinding at all. This is about training, the right training. Step number 2, I want you to expect the interruption. This is where people mess it up. Don't hope you won't get distracted. I want you to expect it. Your phone will buzz. Your email will ping. Your brain will say, let me just check this one thing. You see, that's not failure. That's the moment you're training for. I think we've all heard it over and over and over again. You know what? I just match people's energy. There's no problem. I just match people's energy. But here is the truth. When you match people's energy, it's a sign of weakness. Yes, I said it. It's a true sign of your weakness. Someone gives you attitude, whether it's in a social circle, whether it's in the office, at work, you serve attitude right back at them. And sometimes they get, an extra dose. In the moment, in that exact moment where you're serving it right back at them, it feels like you're standing up for yourself. It feels like you not letting people walk over you. It feels like you keeping it real. But here's what's actually happening. Your nervous system is going into a threat response. It jumps into protection mode. It gets heightened. So when someone's tone changes, when someone's body tightens, or a facial expression in front of you hardens, or looks mean, your brain reads this: I detect a threat. It may be a professional threat. It may be a social threat. It's just a threat to you. And your survival brain does not say, let me stay grounded and lead this interaction. It says this. It says match it. It says defend yourself. It says protect yourself. So in that instance, you're not choosing your response. You're mirroring their response. And that, my friend, is not self-leadership. That's your emotional reflex. It also means that you're human, right? However, you can intentionally choose to show up differently. Now, here's what's really happening when you match their energy. And this is the part most people never think of or aren't even aware of, which is exactly why I'm talking about it here today. When you match someone's energy, you're letting them set the tone for your emotional state. You are letting them dictate how you act. They walk in cold, now you're cold all of a sudden. You started the day good, but they walked in cold and you're matching it. They walk in tense, all of a sudden you're tense. They walk in and they're messy, they're chaotic, all of a sudden you're chaotic. And you may have your own examples. I'm just sharing a few. But here's a fact. Who's leading in those situations? It's not you. They literally pull the string and you move. That means that your emotional state is being dictated by your external circumstances or someone's external behavior instead of your control, instead of your internal control. You're responsible for your triggers, not everyone else. Here's what reacting looks like. Reacting is instant. It's emotional. It's unconscious. It's driven by our past habits, our past conditioning, like what we often do, what we've done in the past. It's controlled by what just happened, and that's possibly someone else. It could be your external environment or actually a group of people or someone. Now let's talk about responding. Responding is intentional. Responding is grounded. It's conscious. It's aligned with who you want to be. It's aligned with your personal values. It's controlled by you. Does this sound familiar? Why can't I slow down? Why does resting feel so hard? Even when I am so exhausted. But here's what I want you to know. And it's what I had to learn. And it's also how it shifted everything for me. And I want you to hear me loudly. You're not broken. You're not bad at resting. Here's what's really happening. Society has, one, conditioned us to see constant motion as success. And our busyness has become our badge of honor. Isn't that crazy? Literal badge of honor. And the biggest thing is this. Our nervous system has now adapted to stress like it's home. And now your body thinks that stillness, that state of slowing down, is a threat, not a relief, which it needs to be. So let's break this down, because once you understand it, I'm hoping that you'll never feel guilty about slowing down again. Your nervous system gets used to your most repeated state. If your body spends most of its time in a space of urgency, pressure, solving, solution-oriented, performing, overperforming, staying on top, managing in a mode of always helping someone else, building something, producing, then your nervous system thinks that this is your baseline. This is why I always remind my clients, no matter who they are, that your nervous system doesn't instantly understand rest. You have to actually train it. The first one is called the 30-second body check-in, right? So every single hour, here's what I want you to do, no matter where you are. Put both feet flat on the floor, drop your shoulders, loosen your jaw, and I want you to inhale for 4 seconds through your nose and exhale for 6 seconds. Then you're going to do that 3 times. And that breathing exercise alone resets your entire nervous system. That's one practice. I want to say F, the next letter, CK, to feeling confident. I want to talk about how you can have real confidence, not textbook confidence, not the confidence we've been schooled and we've been socialized to think that, we need to, wait to feel or have to have been born with. So today I'm going to talk about 5 things you need to really start doing if you want to build real confidence. If you want to build just sustainable confidence that you can depend on, the kind of confidence that shows up in how you speak and how you present yourself and how you move and in what you do say and what you don't say, in the way you lead, whether you have leadership in your title or not, and how you handle pressure. It's all about your decisions. It's all about your behavior. And most important, confidence, true confidence, real confidence is about the relationship that you have with yourself. Confidence is your ability to trust that you can do something, not do it right, not do it perfectly, not mess up. Your ability to get in motion, which means this, it's huge. It means you don't build confidence by waiting. You build confidence by doing things while you are uncomfortable and proving to yourself that you can handle it. The first thing is this, and this shifted for me a lot. I believe that when we talk about confidence, we're often committed to the outcome. So here's what I want you to consider doing. I want you to stop committing to getting it right. I'll say it again. Stop committing to getting it right. I want you to change your commitment. I want you to change what you're committed to. I want you to commit to going all in. I want you to commit to putting your 100% effort in whatever you're doing, saying how you're showing up. This one is huge. It's everything. Most people tie their confidence to the outcome. If it goes well, I'll feel good about myself. If it fails, I'll feel crappy about myself. So what do? What do people do? They hesitate. They overthink. They wait. But here's the big shift. You don't win when the outcome is perfect. You win when you show up fully and do the thing. Start walking, start behaving like the person you want to become. Because every single time you show up, you follow through, you speak up, you move forward, you are building the evidence for yourself. You are building the evidence that tells your brain that I can trust myself. And that, my friend, is confidence. That, my friend, is real confidence. Thank you so much for being here with me on the With Karen D, the podcast. My friends, good things don't come to those who wait. Good things come to those who go out and get it.